2.6 A Comprehensive Guide to the Most Popular Psycho Deck by Gameus Charlie. Tip number 1. Try to space out your cannon and musketeer in arena tower whenever possible. As you can see, my opponent's poison did not affect my musketeer because they were so spaced out they couldn't be hit by the same spell. This also applies with fireball, lightning and other spells. Basically, if you space out your arena tower from cannon and musketeer, it's hard to hit all of them with one spell. Tip number 2. The Hog Rider Ice Golem push is a push where the Ice Golem tanks for the Hog Rider. The best way to do this is with a quick tap. Tap your Hog Rider, hover your finger over where you want to deploy. With your other finger, tap the Ice Golem and then quickly double tap the Hog Rider finger. This is the most efficient and the best way to do a Hog Rider Ice Golem push. It's quick and it's efficient. Tip number 3. Hog Rider placement can be crucial at times. As you can see, when you place the Hog Rider at the bridge tile, it gets lured by the cannon. Now watch when I place the Hog Rider at the very far left edge. The Hog Rider jumps over the river and ignores the cannon going straight for the tower. Basically, in a nutshell, Hog Rider placement can determine how easy it is to lure the Hog Rider with a building. The cannon is placed in the same location, but it can be good to place your Hog Rider in the very edge so that it's harder to lure your Hog Rider with a building. Tip number 4. Hog Rider placement could distract and kite melee units to give your tower more time to take them down. As you can see in this example, the Hog Rider kited and distracted the Lumberjack, and the Hog Rider not only kited the Lumberjack but also went on to do damage to the enemy Crown Tower. If it weren't for the Hog Rider kiting the Lumberjack, the enemy Mega Knight would have done a lot of damage in conjunction with the Lumberjack. Same thing goes with Mini P.E.K.K.A, Valkyrie or other melee units. As you can see in this example, if it weren't for the Hog Rider kiting the Mini P.E.K.K.A, the Mini P.E.K.K.A would have taken down my musketeer. Tip number 5. Ice Golem in center when one tower is down. The best place, in my opinion, to place the Ice Golem when one tower is down and you're pushing is in the center. This will distract both enemy towers and also split up the Hog Rider from the Ice Golem, so if your opponent has splash damaging units like Wizard, it can't hit both of them. And also because melee units would have to walk a distance. Tip number 6. If you hold your finger over the fireball or any spell, it tells you how much Crown Tower damage it does. Tip number 7. Same thing applies with troops, such as Hog Rider. This is damage per hit, not damage per second. Tip number 8. Musketeer can be placed at the center of the river to help your Hog Rider take down buildings, and this can be crucial to help assist the Hog Rider push. Tip number 9. Musketeer opposite lane. If your opponent has a princess or any push, it can be a good idea to place your musketeer at the opposite lane so that this way it can support a Hog Rider push at the opposite lane. This can be especially useful if you're trying to take down your enemy tower at the opposite lane. Tip number 10. Skeletons are great for distracting enemy troops, especially troops like P.E.K.K.A. And also, it's important to try to lure them away from your cannon and Crown Tower. This will force the enemy troop to not only take down the skeletons, but also walk a greater distance. As you can see in this example with Elite Barbarians, look at my skeleton placement. I placed them in a way so that they will also force the Elite Barbarians to walk backwards to take them out, causing more time. Tip number 11. Skeletons are a great counter to Minion Horde. They can kite the enemy Minion Horde, then cause them to do very little damage to a tower. As you can see, this Minion Horde was kited by one of Lexo's skeletons and ended up only doing 2 hits. Tip number 12. Skeleton split technique can help stall enemy troops even more. Basically, skeletons can help distract and stall enemy troops, but if you split them with the split technique to make them split then reunite, they can stall enemy troops for even more time. Anyways, this is it for Hog 2.6 Tips Part 1. Stay tuned for Part 2 and Part 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you've made it to the end of this video, this means you definitely enjoyed it, so be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to never miss another upload, and leave a comment telling me what you thought. But anyways, this has been Charlie. Until next time, take care.